All right, hello. Welcome to Quanta Lights. This is Luca. I am the founder of Quanta Lights, and I want to take a little time just to talk about the philosophy behind Quanta, the reason why I entered the lighting market for the aquarium industry, and what you can expect with my products, and some additional pieces of information I'm going to go over. So back in 2020, while we were all during lockdown, I was starting up a coral farm, and I was using the standard commercially available products for my coral farm, and I found them to be overpriced, underperforming, poorly designed, you name it. It was not a good experience, and I actually reverted back to T5 and halide, and I was kind of driven to, I need to make something that offers value compared to the current overpriced options on the market. Great customer service, coral health first for my spectrums, and quality components. So one of the key things on Quanta is there's already a ton of lighting options on the market that cost way too much money. You can now buy a 4-foot bar, I think, for $700, and an average starting for a pendant light is $1,000. And I think that's great, and they have lots of functions and apps and all that stuff. That's great, but I think there's an actual need for lights that perform well. They're not cheap, but they're not so expensive. We need to make this hobby more accessible to more people, and I don't feel the current lighting options are really helping with that. So first and foremost, we provide value. Our warranties beat the $1,000 light options, and our prices are significantly better. Compared to the large offerings on light bars, they're up to 60% cheaper. And compared to the $1,000 light club, if you base it on the output of the fixture, this is twice as much output for half the cost, or 4 times the value. Another thing that we really cornerstone is stuff that should be free that's not free. Really bothers me. If you go on my webpage, and you buy a 3-combo light bar, you're going to notice it's included tank mounting, 3D printed tank mount system. So we do offer free mounting options when you buy a kit, and we actually discount the cost compared to just buying 3 bars by themselves. I think that puts Quanta in a pretty rarefied air. You do also have volume discounts on the Atlas also. A couple of things too is I wanted to create an actual LED light that recreates the halide look and the multi-angled lighting that halide has been so famous for, and T5. So 720 LEDs in here. The more LEDs you do, the more efficient your light is. So we have 720 LEDs. We have a reflector option that helps diffuse and spread the light. So this actually provides a T5-like experience in terms of coverage. And at 240 watts, no fan, you can wash this light down, fully gasketed on there's no sensitive electronics exposed on my products. Rinse this down every year, takes about 5 minutes, no cleaning fans, no worrying about one splash getting into the light and breaking it. These things are designed for actual marine use. You're going to notice some of the form functions I find commercially available. Aluminum heat sinks to reduce cost. So you're going to see this is a very common heat sink in light bars. This is a very common heat sink in warehouse lighting. It's the technology and the application that make the difference. In our Quanta Helix light bar, we do have quad core technology in here. And again, our spectrum is unparalleled. We do have a spectrum that has a lot of violet in all my products, because violet is a very useful spectrum. And with current LED manufacturers, it's easier to use a lot of royal blues and blues, which are cheaper and put out more par, than to use violets and have to improve your design to get the par levels you need. So this light has more violet than most other options in the market, but it also outdoes them in par. And then when you really equate it to watts used, this is one of the most efficient lighting technologies for the reef aquarium. This is a brief overview of what Quanta is about. You have a small family business where I run it, and some of my family members help me with the business. And we try to keep costs down, customer service up, and not sacrifice performance. Thank you for listening to this video.